Hello and thanks for watching The Ancients Speak. Let's learn Chinese from the wisdom of the ancients. First, let's review the Chinese word for heart we learned in our last episode. The Chinese word 心. As the central part of our body, 心 also extends its meaning as center in the following words: 中心 center, 圆心 center of a circle, 重心 center of gravity. 心 also refers to activities of our heart, like emotions, thoughts, ideas, and other concepts. For example, 心情 mood, 心思 thought, 心愿 heart's desire, 心意 kindly intention. As you may have noticed, some of these examples contain 心 embedded in them, such as 思, 愿, 意, and yes, 心 is also an important and a basic radical to form other words in the Chinese language that relate to heart activities, such as 急, impatience, 怒, anger, 恐, fear, 虑, worry, 想, to think, 意志, willpower. The radical 心 can also be written in a standing form, which is placed on the left of many words that refer to heart activities. For example, 忧, worry or grieve, 惊, surprise, 情, affection, 愉悦, cheerful, and many more. In today's episode, let's hear what ancient Chinese teacher Mencius talks about heart, 心. Mencius says, 天将降大任于斯人也必先苦其心志. 天将降大任于斯人也必先苦其心志. 天 heaven, 将 be going to. 降 means to confer. 大 means big, great, or important. 任 responsibility. 大任 important or great responsibilities. 于 means for. 斯 means this in this old saying. 人 man or person, so 斯人 this man, this person. 必 means surely. 先 beforehand. 苦 means to suffer. 其 is the third person possessive pronoun meaning his. 心 heart and mind. 志 will. 心志 willpower or mind. Putting these together, teacher Mencius is saying that whenever the heaven invests a person with great responsibilities, it first exercises his mind with suffering. 天将降大任于斯人也必先苦其心志. This is just an excerpt of a famous paragraph by teacher Mencius. Mencius continues to say, 天将降大任于斯人也必先苦其心志, 劳其筋骨, 饿其体肤, 空乏其身, 行拂乱其所为, 所以动心忍性, 增益其所不能. In English, Mencius is saying that whenever heaven invests a person with great responsibilities, it first exercises mind with the suffering and his muscles and bones with the toil. It exposes body to hunger and subjects him to extreme poverty. In this way, his patience and endurance are developed, and his weakness is overcome. This has been seen often in the lives of great leaders in history. For example, in the book of Genesis, the Holy Bible records the historical account of the life of Joseph, Prime Minister of Egypt. From early on in Joseph's life, this bright and promising young man with many talents stood out among his other 10 brothers and became his father Jacob's favorite son. His brothers became jealous and forcibly sold Joseph into Egypt as a slave. Years later, Joseph became a faithful steward of Potiphar, the Egyptian officer. However, one day, Joseph was falsely accused of trying to rape Potiphar's wife, and Joseph was unjustly put in prison. There in prison, he unexpectedly had an opportunity to exercise his gift of interpreting dreams for Pharaoh's chief cupbearer, who had also been put into prison. Joseph was able to predict by interpreting his dream that the cupbearer would be restored to his job in 3 days. Sure enough, the cupbearer was restored to his job before Pharaoh, and as the cupbearer was leaving prison, Joseph asked him to remember him and get him out of prison. However, the cupbearer forgot Joseph. It wasn't until 2 years later, when Pharaoh himself had some very unusual dreams, that the chief cupbearer remembered Joseph and recommended him to interpret Pharaoh's dreams. Joseph successfully interpreted Pharaoh's dreams and was rewarded by Pharaoh and appointed as Prime Minister of Egypt. All of these, after long years of difficult suffering, we see that Joseph had been being prepared for a great work and purpose. As you may already know, Joseph extraordinarily managed the land even during 7 years of famine and saved the lives of his Hebrew family and the nation of Egypt. Think of the preparation, though, that Joseph needed to have before he rose to such great power and responsibility. He was betrayed by his own brothers and sold as a slave. He was falsely accused of adultery and sent to prison and for years forgotten. Yet in all of these, he kept his faith and even forgave his brothers rather than seeking revenge. Dr. Martin Lloyd-Jones once said, "The worst thing that can happen to a man is to succeed before he is ready." Joseph was talented enough to succeed when he was still a young man. Yet, because he was not ready, he had many years of suffering, disappointments, setbacks to temper and test him to get him ready. Joseph was made ready for great responsibilities that would need all the moral character that these heartaches and trials that had helped reduce in his heart and mind. So, instead of becoming bitter, Joseph became better and rose to power, authority, wealth, and fame. In fact, that is what the name of Joseph means, increaser. Maybe you yourself feel weak, lowly, perplexed, and wrongly treated by others. Are you discouraged, or taking it as a gift from heaven to make you better and prepare you for greater responsibilities for the future? Now, let's review and remember the old Chinese saying of teacher Mencius we learned today. 天将降大任于斯人也，必先苦其心志。天将降大任于斯人也，必先苦其心志。天 heaven, 将 be going to. 降 means to confer. 大 means big, great, or important. 任 responsibility. 大任 great responsibilities. 于 means for. 斯 in this old saying meaning this. 人 man or person, so 斯人 this man, this person. 必 surely. 先 beforehand. 苦 means to suffer. 其 is a third person possessive pronoun meaning his. 心 heart and mind. 志 will. 心志 willpower or mind. Putting these all together, teacher Mencius is saying that whenever the heaven invests a person with great responsibilities, it first exercises mind with suffering. Again, 天将降大任于斯人也，必先苦其心志。天将降大任于斯人也，必先苦其心志。 心. And thanks for watching the ancients speak and learning Chinese together through their wise old sayings.